What's up, everyone? Back again for episode 5. And today, my guest is Elizabeth from New Orleans. Elizabeth, how are you today?
Doing well.
Glad
Yeah.
to
How
hear.
about you?
Oh, I've had a long day and it's only about to be 3 o'clock. So I got a lot more to do today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
uh,
I'm excited to meet you. I'm so excited for the conversation today.
yeah, I am too. So you're a Gator. I'm a Gator as well. I want to know about how your Gator experience has been and how you discovered the Gator program in the
Yeah.
first place.
so- Yeah. I'm licensed in California,
Mm,
but I was helping out a family doing their social media marketing, coordinating all of their marketing for luxury listings and different projects that they had going on. They had some flips, some new builds, and my dad was a contractor. And
okay.
so I used to be at his sites, and then I worked for Realtor.com, and then a friend convinced me to get my license, and then I didn't do anything with it until I found eXp Realty, and then I
Okay.
really liked them, but then I became a mom. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to pivot. I'm going to focus on being a mom, and I wasn't the kind of mom that was like, yeah, let me grow my business while I'm learning to be a mom. I was just like, no, I want to focus on being a mom. Every mom does it different, so that
Right.
was my path, and so anyway, I found Gator because I was looking for something other than residential real estate. I didn't want to do residential. I didn't want to get into fix and flips, and eventually I do, but not right now. I wanted something that was a little bit like in real estate, but not so
Right.
operationally demanding. So that way I can homeschool my son and still generate income. So we like the
Yeah.
idea of what Gator provides, not just Gator 1.0 or zero, Gator zero, whatever it's called. And then, but we like the other opportunities inside Gator to
Yeah.
be able to do transactional lending, to be able to partner with, hard money lenders, private money lenders, just really
Yeah.
connecting and bringing people together. I think that's kind of our skill set.
Yeah. And I
Mhm.
think that's perfect for the Gator community too. Just as you know, Pace Morby, he's very much so a family man, and his communities kind of act like a giant family as well, with
Yeah.
everybody trying to connect and help each other, and everybody just kind of lifting each other up. And as you were saying in the Gator, at first when I joined, when I first saw like the webinar, I think it was, I thought it was all. No, he's bringing so much more to it, like the transactional funding as well, the hard money loan that we're affiliated with and stuff, and apparently there's going to be a lot more that he's bringing to the program too. So it's an
Yeah, I'm
incredible,
excited for that part. Yeah.
absolutely, it's an incredible mentorship. How long have you been in Gator?
We recently joined. I didn't know anything about Pace until like spring of
Okay.
this year. So
Yeah.
I didn't like follow him for a huge amount of time. It was the right time. We were looking and searching and stuff like that. So hold on. There we go. We were looking and searching. So uh, I just wanted something, like I said, that wasn't like operationally demanding. So when I found it, I was looking at a variety of different real estate investing communities and mentorships. And then I showed this to my husband, and like we like looked up the different ones. We're like, we like the lending aspect of it because my husband had done some micro lending and, just on the side, just some small stuff. And
Yeah.
so we kind of like the idea of being on the lending side. He's worked with ownership groups and on huge projects before with his job. And we've kind of seen how ownership groups work, how investment groups work. And we were just, instead of being on, the buying side, needing the lender, we were like, well, why don't we just be the lender? Why don't we just join the PACE group? Because that allows us to kind of be the lender, even on the small side or the bigger
Right.
side. And then we can be part of bigger deals and learn syndications and learn how to do credit packages and loan sponsoring, that kind of thing.
The loan sponsoring is something that's very interesting. Pace has talked about that some in some of the Gator Zooms. That's definitely something, a place, a spot where I want to get to, where I can actually be the sponsor for somebody else. I think that would be amazing. So I
Yeah,
completely
so
get that.
that's our target. Our target is, learning how to do that, and also being doing gap loans and,
Yeah.
just working with fix and flippers and investors on their deals. And then Eventually we'll start getting into our own deals, but for right now, I think we're just looking to be on the lending side of things.
Okay, yeah.
And
I mean,
we'll be a connector too. I mean, I think we want to be a connector while we set up our profiles.
yeah, for sure. Have you how far along are you with building your corporate credit with you know how in the Gator PACE recommends we work with like Prime Corporate Service
Yeah.
to help build the corporate credit?
Well, yeah, we're going at kind of at a slower pace with that, just because we started in July. We just started in July, and
Okay.
so we're on a slower pace with that because we started everything, set it up for Louisiana, and then we were about to dive into corporate credit building here, but then we are getting relocated. We're moving to Austin, Texas. So we're
Okay.
going to reset. We have to reestablish a new LLC out of Austin, Texas. We have to, set up everything brand new. So we kind of have to 2 steps forward, 1 step back, kind of a thing.
Right.
So we have to kind of backtrack and get that set up, and then learn how to preserve our anonymity and how we're setting all of that up.
Yeah.
We just want to make sure that we're filling out documents correctly when we're doing our bank accounts and, not putting our personal information on there and putting a business phone number on there and that, because I think we were not doing it correctly the first time.
Right.
So I'm glad to start from scratch.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm like, okay, I did it with the real estate, the Louisiana one. Now I can restart and I can kind of like, I can restart and like let that one go away.
yeah, and it's okay if you have to restart because the main thing is you want to make sure you're doing it the right way, though. So you don't want to make sure you want to make sure that you're going to be protected, your company's going to be protected. So, no, I totally get that. Do you have any other interest in joining any other mentorships or pursuing any other aspects? Or are you just going to stick to Gator and the lending side for the foreseeable future?
No, we're interested in sub two. I was on another stream, another interview. I was doing another interview with a gentleman in sub two, and I'm looking to connect with sub two students, particularly around. I mean, we definitely want to sub two any of our own private residences. We want to find sub two deals and that we can move into personally. We don't really want to go to the conventional route or maybe sub two a multifamily or a fourplex,
Right.
something like that for our own personal use. But also, the heart that I have is for Los Angeles. I think right now, specifically with sub two, the sub two opportunity provides a unique opportunity for us to come in and help those affected by the strike. So we want to be able to help those that might lose their home,
Right.
because it's really heartbreaking. As far as, so I really do want to connect with the sub two community. We're not ready to join the community, but just trying to see if we can't pool people together to provide a resource and get the word out that we can help people that might be negatively impacted by the strike. And if you're about to lose your home, please contact us because we have opportunities that can help prevent you from having financial disaster. And if we have people ready and willing with the funding to step in and take over those deals on a sub two basis and know how to turn it around and make money off those properties that are not your typical property, right?
Yeah.
It's not your typical property. So we need people that are well funded to be able to do those kind of deals and really save some of the people that are negatively impacted.
I love that. Yeah.
So
I mean,
that is something. It's really heartbreaking. So I try not to get emotional about it.
Well, it shows that you care. And it's showing that you care too. It's so fitting because you see how Pace is. He's like always wants to give and give and give, And I try to network a lot with people that are in sub two. I'm not in that mentorship yet, but it's a goal of mine. I really want to get in there, and I just don't have the funds for it right now, right? But I networked with the subject two guys and gals just because I want to learn more, pick their brains about the courses, the strategies they're learning, because there's so many different strategies in there as well. The last guy that I spoke with, he's focusing on multifamily, but I think it was 2 days ago, I connected with another sub 2 student who is focusing on just going to subject 2, taking over payments and stuff. So I completely get where you're coming from there. The
Yeah,
ability to help people.
send me anybody that you know.
Yeah,
Definitely. Send them on over.
yeah, for sure. The ability to help others too when they're like going into pre-foreclosure as well, foreclosure.
Mhm.
You don't want to see somebody lose their house. If I had the ability to help somebody do that, I think I'd be jumping at every opportunity I could.
Well, yeah, and I think for me, we used to live, to answer your question, we're in New Orleans now, but I've lived in Florida, I've lived in Jersey, we're moving to Texas. My husband's job is going to allow us to travel, so we are going to be in Austin in Texas, like as a base, as like kind of a home base, but then we can
Uh-huh.
travel from there. And then I'm from in Arizona and California. We spent 12 years there. So to me, my heart is kind of in LA. Like, we lived
Okay.
all around LA for 10, 12 years. So I have friends in the industry, and it's just, to me, like near criminal what some of the people are like. I understand the business aspect of it because my husband works corporate. I get where they're coming from on a business aspect. They have to protect the shareholders. I do, like I'm learning stock investing and options trading and that kind of thing. But
Okay.
so I get it on the business side of things. Like, they have to look for the shareholders. They have to drive a hard bargain. They can't just roll over. I get it. But at the same time, I don't want them to be putting people, making people go homeless, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
having people pushing the strike so far that they're like, look, like the writers need to be paid, the actors need to be paid, like, all of the film crew needs to be paid, the special effects people need to get paid. And it's just, I have friends that have lost jobs, and so it's just, it's really sad, and hits home to heart. Like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
can the sub 2 community do? What can we as Gators do to rally up, to get funding together? Maybe reach out to Pace. I don't know what it would take to be able to say, like, look, let's organize an effort to, in a sense, be a go-giver. We want to be
Yeah.
able to give back to that community that entertains us, and we want to be able to protect them and prevent them from having financial disaster. So
Yeah.
right now, that's kind of something that's been on my heart, just because of the negative impact I've been seeing. But
Hmm.
long term for us, we're looking, to do sub 2. I like the business aspect of things. I have a friend that wants to buy a business, and he's just, doesn't know about sub 2. I want to get him in on the zero down business buying program. So I want to be able to refer him over and know people I can connect him with.
Yeah.
So, and then also, being able, the business funding that's coming, I'm really excited about that. So I can help the lawyers, the doctors, the business professionals that we know. I want to be able to help them grow and fund their businesses as well.
The business, yeah, buying businesses, the business funding, that stuff is very, very interesting. Like getting into Gator, I had no clue that this would even be a possibility. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else Pace has in store, but the amount of value he's already provided in just the Gator alone, not even sub 2. I mean, he also has like top tier TC that Molly does, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So much that he's always giving and giving us a chance to learn and learn a new strategy, have an extra, I guess, tool in our belt, if you will. So it's all very exciting for sure. Is it called Zero Down? I think, I believe that's
Yeah,
only,
something like some kind of like sub 2 zero down
it's
program. I don't know
only,
the exact name because I'm not in the
it is,
community.
yeah, that one right now is only for sub 2, I believe. So
Yeah,
that's
I
something.
think it's only for sub 2, but I would love to be able to refer people, not just to Gator, but I want to be able to refer people to sub 2 as
Yeah,
well, and just be able to, to connect them. I have a friend that's moving up to Boston, and they're looking to buy a business, and they don't know about sub 2. They don't know about the opportunity. So I only speak to them about homeschool and mom life. So
yeah,
I'm like, hey, I know we haven't spoken about business, but I'm a business person turned homeschool mom. I'm reluctant homeschooler, but I love it. But let's talk. Let me show you the other role that I play, and the other hat that I wear on the business side.
Yeah.
And, so it's a little bit, strange coming that way, but I'm excited to get out and, do more of the business side of things.
Yeah, absolutely. And you want to talk to people too, because you don't know what just striking up what you might think is just a normal conversation, it could lead to an opportunity as well. You just never
Yeah.
know. You always want to be networking as well. So
Yeah. And I think, I don't know about like your community or what your goals are as far as like where your heart is, but like part of my Go Giver strategy is just to be able to help out like the homeschool community and show moms that are interested like how they can still bring in income while being a full-time homeschool mom. And then
right.
at the same time, I want to help out the businesses that we use as homeschooling moms or just as moms in general, not just homeschool moms. Like my son is into ninja obstacle course racing.
Oh,
Like so he likes to do the warp wall. That's where they went this morning or this afternoon. And then we're going to go do other activities, but it's like I want to be able to provide recreational activities and help those businesses grow and thrive. I have a friend that does a science, she has a science nonprofit and a for profit side, but she's looking for real estate. She's looking for a building to house what she does. Another friend is putting an offer in to develop a homeschool facility. So it's like those kind of activities. It's like I want to be able to help fund and give and provide something for those kind of activities.
no, I love that. That's such a go-giver like mindset and stuff. A big thing that drives me is my parents don't have like a retirement plan. So I want to make sure that I can take care of them. And that's a big thing that's driving me here because they don't have, I'm originally from El Salvador, and so I came at a young age, but my parents were already at an age where they weren't going to come here and like, go to college or something, get a degree. They came and they started working. So they were limited with their opportunities, I guess I should say. But since I've got an education here and I'm learning about something that could drastically change our lives, I want to make sure that I can help them. And then being part of Pace's community and Jamil's community, because I'm also an Astro student, I see the go-giver mentality. I see everybody helping each other. So not only do I want to help the ones close to me, but I want to help others too. Other students that are going to be coming along who are new or who are scared to get in there, I want to be able to provide value to the community as well.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I think being able to take care of my family and then my husband, you said you're from El Salvador. My husband's from Zimbabwe. And
From where?
so Zimbabwe?
Oh, okay.
Zimbabwe, in case anyone doesn't know, it is a country inside the continent of Africa.
Yeah.
A lot of times people refer to Africa as its own country. But it is that's another topic for another podcast. But it's right above it's in the southern African region, just above South Africa. In case anyone is not familiar, I'm not going to shame you. I'm just going to tell you where it's at. But anyway, it is I haven't been there, but with our new with my husband's new job, we can potentially have the opportunity to travel there, and we have family in Cape Town. But also being able to we have a family member involved in drilling wells and providing solar to remote locations and providing obviously internet and those kind of activities in remote locations and helping develop the area. So I like the idea that you want to get back to El Salvador or just the El Salvadorian community or just the extended community of those that don't have retirement and just being able to show them, other avenues that they can provide for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. It's what keeps me going a lot too. At my current W-2 job, I'm a commission employee there, and I'm easily working somewhere between 50, 60 hours a week, but I'm still like, my free time is somewhat limited, but I'm still making that time and effort to learn, to take action, to reach out, to network with others, and to find the deals, make deals happen. So it's busy times right now, but the main goal though is what keeps driving me forward, to keep going, to keep pushing.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's a beautiful motivation. One of the
Yeah.
things that one of the other hats I used to wear was a university counselor for a private university.
Mm,
So we were taught, trying to coach students through their degree. Why are they doing it? It was a very private. It was a for-profit university, so it was very much driven like, how do we keep them in school? Because we make money when they stay in school. But the heart behind it, though, was also making sure that they're going to use what they're learning. And so that was my role was to really understand their why. And it
right.
sounds like you kind of have your why. Dean Grazioli and Tony Robbins like to go the 7 levels deep. And I did that back in my 20s, where I was taught in my 20s, go 7 levels deep. So I think
Hmm.
that was one of the other big names out there that taught me that, and learning your why and that kind of stuff. So I think it's that go giver spirit,
Yeah.
learning, digging deep, because that will always drive you.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Elizabeth, I want to be respectful of your time. This was a pleasure. I really enjoyed this a lot. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks so much for having me and doing it. I mean, it makes so much. It was just so easy. It's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. For anybody that's watching this, listening to this, where can people reach you? Is Instagram or Facebook or an email? What's the best way to reach you for any real estate need or anything else that they think you could provide value with, or
Yeah,
the
yeah,
vice
yeah. The
versa?
best way to reach me is Elizabeth Zila. That's my Facebook handle. Elizabeth Zila at Facebook on Facebook. You just can search me. And then the best way to get a hold of me is if you're in the Gator community or the Creative Sub 2. If you're gonna DM me, don't just DM me and don't just friend me. DM me, explain who you are. Send me your video. Send me a link to something that introduces me about yourself. Just because I'm getting lost in this flood of things that are coming in via that direction, but once we connect via messenger, that's kind of like our filter, is once we connect, once we chat a little bit and we text and we get to know each other, we maybe jump on a podcast or like something like this, the StreamYard, then then we'll give you my phone number. Like if we feel like it's necessary, then we'll be able to be like, okay, here's our business number, here's like, if we need to, we can jump on a call or something like that.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's
absolutely.
Elizabeth Vila via Messenger is the first thing. And then if somebody just friends me and doesn't introduce themselves, most of the time I do not accept it. So they have to be able to. Otherwise, I will get DMs, or I'll get DMs from like, or friend requests from like, all across the globe.
Right, right. Trust me, I get tons of random friend requests too. But as Pace said, guys, for whoever's listening to this, when you go to message somebody that you don't know personally, introduce yourself. Let them know what you're doing and what you're specializing in, what you need help with. Just start somewhere there with an introduction of yourself. And especially if you have like a link to a video, Calendly or something, absolutely provide that. That would help a lot for the other person to get to know who you are, and you'll go from there to see how y'all can provide value to each other.
And just on a side note, because you brought up Calendly, I will say my schedule is a moving target. Although I will set it up just to have it. I homeschool a 5-year-old, so I'm always running it in and out and whatever and trying to do activities with him. So that's why I say the best way to reach me is via Messenger. If you want to set up something like this, we can do that. But my schedule is always moving. So I wasn't sure exactly what time I was going to be available today. We kind of coordinated. We made it work.
Yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah, we connected on Messenger and we coordinated this through there after a little going back and forth. So it worked out well. I did my work in the morning and now I've done 2 interviews, and then after this I'm gonna go eat and then go try to find some deals.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And then we get to. So anyway, that's the best way to get a hold of me, Elizabeth Zila. And yeah, we hope to make money together soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely look forward to making some type of deals in the future with you, Elizabeth. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too. Bye.